Who is the first speaker that will speak? Is it Tolu? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I don't know who joined first. My network was bad.
Start with Mr. Oscar.
Okay. Here we have a little summary of the speaker profile. The Honor Oscar. Our first speaker has a BSc in computer science. To further his education, he studied network and system administration in Uptake. And he worked with Robert and Joint Limited for 5 years. And he is now working with FlexiServe Edsoft Limited. This is a little about his profile, and Mr. Onua Oscar, you are welcome to today's ICT Career Talk, and we'd like to hear more about him from him. So you can now start. You are welcome, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello.
Already talking.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? I think his network is bad. Sir, if you're speaking, we can't hear you clearly. Hello. I can see that Mr. Onua Oscar is speaking, but we can't hear him clearly. So due to his network issues, I think we are moving to the second speaker now. Colleague Binse, you are welcome to today's ICT Career Talk. We have some little summary about his profile. Our second speaker studied computer science and has product management certificate. He worked with Stevens Computers. He worked as a front-end developer and content writer as iSmart TV. He is currently a product manager in Addresser software, and he is also a founder of Lawson Tech. So, Mr. Kolaje Binte, you are welcome to today's ICT Career Talk. So we'd like to hear from you, and we'd like to hear more information about you and for the ICT Career Talk. You are welcome, sir.
Yeah, hello, Miriam.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Yes, sir.
wonderful session. Um, I think there was a mix-up with my profile there.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but you are breaking. So this your network issue. We move to the second speaker. So when he's done, sir, maybe by then your network is fine. We can then move to you. So thank you.
Okay,
Hello.
yeah. Can I go
Yeah.
ahead?
Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much once again. I said when you were reading out my profile, I think there was a slight mix-up there. Um,
Okay, sir.
During my presentation, I think I can give much more
Okay.
info. So it's really wonderful to join the peers at Bincom and then the other participants, the other speaker too. It's wonderful. Very wonderful Saturday. So I don't know if you can permit me. I have a couple of slides that I would like to present to aid my discussion. Can I go ahead with that?
Yes, sir. You're highly permitted.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. You can see your screen.
Perfect. Yeah. So thank you very much once again. So today, what I would just like to, I know the topic really is about careers in ICT, and I've spent a couple of years in ICT, and from the look of things, it's really a nice one. But for the young ones out there, for the new people trying to join this field, there are some things you just need to know. It's not just about the global or the shouts around ICT. Everyone is talking about information and communication technology, how lucrative it is, the things you can enjoy if you're part of this sector. But really, it's not all about that. There's so many things you need to take into consideration. So that's why I actually came up with this presentation, talking about choosing a career by focusing on your edge on concepts. So briefly, I would explain this, and I think by the end of the day, we'll be able to have some valuable insight into choosing the right thing for yourself when you're venturing into this field. So the first thing about me, I actually studied computer science in the University of Lagos. Um, like I said, that's about a couple of years ago. Really, when it comes to passion, I've actually been very passionate about education and technology. I remember that even as soon as I finished secondary school, I started teaching people preparing for WAEC, people preparing for UTME and all of that. And I had this love for computers, also technology. So it was really a straightforward thing for me to blend in into education and technology. So really, I've actually been in edtech sector. In fact, I've not worked in anywhere besides companies working towards education and technology in the last 11 years. So, but basically, when it comes to training, professional training, I've been more of a technology or digital product manager. So I've done a couple of things in leadership roles when it comes to technology. So looking at me, I would still say myself, see myself, sorry, as a product manager, a technology product manager. That is actually not the major thing for today, but I just felt like, okay, let me just introduce myself and give a face to the discussion. So that's the first thing about me. So quickly again, when you talk about the careers in the tech space, like we said, there's a lot of them. We have a lot of them, and you know, there was this research that was done in India. I know you guys must have heard about India and how India has been able to really develop their technology space. When you talk about software developers, in fact, when you look at some of the top companies in the world right now, technology companies in the world, they're kind of headed by Indian guys. If you look at Google, the CEO of Google is actually in the picture. That's an Indian. Same thing as Microsoft, Twitter, and all of that. So India is doing a lot. And when they looked at the export of technology from India, export in terms of human resource, export in terms of the technology, the software they were developing, it was much more than the combination of all the exports that oil producing countries were coming up with. Well, I know you guys must have heard of OPEC before. They are the guys that actually produce oil, talk about Nigeria, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and what have you. And it's really a big business, but technology coming out from India was bigger than all the oil these guys have been producing all combined. So that's to tell you how big technology is. So it's technology is, sincerely speaking, it's the new oil. But when you're talking about the new oil, even oil itself, you need to know where to prospect. For example, we know that in Nigeria, if you're looking for oil, there are some certain areas you have to go to get oil. If you don't go to those regions, you're not going to get oil. So that's the same thing as technology. There's so much noise about it, but you need to be precinct, you need to be succinct, you need to be really focused on where you're going to. So quickly, this I just came up with these ones. So these are a couple of big ones, and this is something that anyone can really venture into. The first one is data science, and actually, if you're going into this, you'll be called a data scientist, and what they do is really they help companies make business decisions. We all know how data can be very, very valuable. It's not just about having data. You need to be able to interpret data and make insightful decisions around data. So that's what data scientists do. And for you to really be very vast in this, you need to have a solid background in programming. When you talk about Python, for example, that's a very good language that data scientists are actually very, very conversant with. And it's not really, it's this field is not, it's not common. It's not something that you can just jump in because, like I said, you need to have a solid background in programming, for example, before you can now start saying you want to become a data scientist. The second one, which is quite common, is the software developer role, which, basically what they do is they design and develop applications, operating system, and interface. When you're talking about the software development, we have some guys who work on the back end. We have guys who work front end. We have guys who are even called full stack developers. And then really, this is another role that is really, really very, very in so much demand. In fact, right now, the average developer, if you're quite good, if you're quite good, you make close to about £1 million monthly, which is quite the number. How many companies can afford to pay £1 million monthly? That's why you have developers working remotely for some organizations in Canada, in the United States of America, and the United Kingdom these days, because this kind of resources that are really needed all over the world, and you have skills in software development, it's actually a good one for you. The other one is information and security analyst. This is really these are the key guys. We hear about cyber hacking a lot, how people actually hacks into systems and all of that. Guys who are information security system analysts, imagine being the one in charge of protecting the data of the Nigerian army or the Nigerian or some critical data in Nigeria or the Central Bank of Nigeria, really. So it's actually one of the key roles. The other one, web developers. We have several aspects here. We have guys who are in charge of creating the look and feel of the website. Those ones can be called web designers. while some other ones are really handling the technical construction of the website. So those ones are really the web developers. Another one is a network and systems administrator who actually handle and all of that of computer systems. You could also be an IT manager, you know. This one's actually plan and coordinate the IT department of it. Really, when you say manager, it's not like you are a manager, a big man, and all of that. It's more about coordination, management. And last but not the last but one, as the product manager role, which I happen to be currently, it's really about developing software products. So when you're talking about the development of software products and what have you, trying to ensure that you build it. For example, you have this idea, you want to build a switching gateway for finances, maybe like Paystack, Flutterwave, and all of that. You know, you need a product manager that is going to be responsible for building these products, working with software engineers and all of that, and ensuring that this product gets to the market and gets to the actual users. And the last one here is cloud architect. And these are people who design and develop cloud computing infrastructure for organizations. And this is a big deal. In fact, there's no going saying that this is one of the, we have few people working in this role. You know? For example, I don't know if some of us know about the AWS, Amazon Web Server, web service, whatever you might call it. Really, it's one of the cloud infrastructure out there that organizations use to host their data. Now, imagine if you're able to administer this kind of servers. It's really a big deal because it's worldwide. If you have the certification and you can work anywhere, virtually anywhere in the world. So what I've been able to do here is just to give a couple of the big roles in IT. You can actually venture into all of these things and all of that. But going forward, you know, the major thing I wanted to talk about here is the edge org concept. This might be a little bit new terminology to some of us, and that's why I'll be explaining this edge org concept. So quickly, there's an animal called the hedgehog, and there's an animal called the fox. Quite sure that most of us know about the fox, and maybe some of us also know about the hedgehog. So, and you know about this wildlife. You have the predator and the prey. For example, you find out that when you if you watch is it wildlife, new wildlife on TV, for example, you find out that there's always a competition between a lion, like a lion is trying to eat one of his prey, maybe a deer, for example. Tigers also the same thing. So that's the kind of thing that exists between a hedgehog and a fox. The animal on the right is called the hedgehog, whilst the one on the left is called the fox. So if you look at this simple story, I'll just read it out to you. It says, a fox is walking through the forest when it suddenly sees the hedgehog. The hedgehog seems like an easy prey, and the fox takes its opportunity to catch it. He tries out different strategies to attack the animal. He sneaks, he pounces, it races, and he plays dead. But every time, the fox gets defeated, being hurt by the spines of the hedgehog. So in this case, the predator is the fox and the prey is the hedgehog. But one thing is this, the predator, you know, normally predators are supposed to really attack, kill, and probably consume prey. So, but every time that the fox tries to to attack the hedgehog, it is always failing. It never encounters a success in attacking the prey, who is in this case the hedgehog. And the secret weapon the hedgehog has is that it knows one thing perfectly: how to defend itself. So the moral of this story is that when you look at the fox is always trying as much as possible to use different tactics. Oh, I want to use this tactics today. Oh, I want to do this one today. I want to use another one today. No focus, nothing. And he's always trying to attack the hedgehog. But there's one thing the hedgehog knows how to do. Just one single thing. He's not changing his defense. He's just bringing out this those pawns coming out of its body, and he uses it defending itself. So quickly, to now link this story to careers, to ICT, let's go to this. You know, the adaptation from this story is that there are two kinds of people in the world. We have foxes and we have hedgehogs. So foxes pursue many goals and interests at the same time. They are unfocused and will not achieve much in the long run. However, hedgehogs are slow and steady. Unlike the fox, they can simplify the world and focus on one vision. This principle guides everything they do and helps them succeed against all odds. I want us to look at this thing and think about it very well. You know, um, if you are a smart person, for example, and you're trying to actually delve into ICT, information and communication technology, there's so many things that might be coming over to your mind. In fact, maybe it's because of the fact that you feel, because, okay, for example, I talked about how technology is the new oil now. Maybe that's why you feel you should join ICT and all of that. Maybe you've tried so many things, they are not working. Because of the situation of Nigeria, you want to join ICT and all of that. Really, that is just you shifting the goalpost, beating about the bush. When it comes to choosing a career in ICT, there needs to be some things that you need to put in place in a focused manner for you to thrive and succeed in this field. I've seen so many people in the last 12 years, I've seen so many people want to join this field, but because of the fact that they are not passionate about it, they are not resilient. Imagine you want to be a software developer and you're not ready to have sleepless nights. You want to sleep because you sleep normally by 9 and 10 p.m. in the night. You feel you'll become a software. No, you can become maybe 20K or 5K software developer, or just you're deceiving yourself. Really, it takes a lot of resilience, it takes a lot of passion and all of that to ensure that you can thrive in ICT roles. And you need to be focused. You don't just try several things. Oh, for example, you feel I want to become a product manager today. The following day, I want to become a software developer. The third day, you want to become a cloud scientist. The fifth day, you want to become a data scientist. You know, just shifting the goalpost, moving from where and there. No, but if you really have one singular goal, my goal is to become a software developer. Now, talk to people, research, read, take courses, develop yourself, solve questions, write codes, and all of that. You find out that before you know it, within 1 year, within 2 years, you're already able to become a software developer. So really, psychologically, there's two types of people in the world. If you look at yourself, if you find out that you're always coming up with different ideas on how you want to do your career, and you're not always focusing on something, maybe you are a fox. Or if you find out that there's something in ICT that you really feel like, oh, this is the way forward for you, this is what you want to do, that means probably maybe you are a hedgehog. So you can actually be a fox and move over to be a hedgehog. All you need is focus. So on final note, the hedgehog concept itself has 3 cycles. Three cycles, of the hedgehog concept. If you look at these 3 cycles, you have an overlap between the 3 of them. For those of us who know about the Venn diagram, you know, when you have intersection between the different sets. So if you're asking your question on what career to join for ICT, the first thing you should ask yourself really is, what are you deeply passionate about? The second thing you should ask yourself is, whether you are deeply passionate about this thing, what can you be the best in the world at? And the third one is, what drives your economic engine? And this I will explain everything. You know, when you say, what are you deeply passionate about, for example, I use myself as a case study. Back then, you know, I actually, after finishing secondary school and I took JAM, you know, it was straightforward for me going for computer science. I did computer science in school. It was really no big deal. It went well. But after finishing my what's it called in computer science, aside the fact that ideally, normally, I could have started saying I wanted to become a core software developer. I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. But there was really something that I was passionate about. And that was education. That was teaching. That was impacting knowledge. Like I said, I started teaching at a very early age. I started teaching even before I was 16. I was teaching people. I was always trying to impact knowledge. And it wasn't just about ICT teaching. I was teaching normal secondary school curriculum, you know? So it was really a passion for me. So when I finished school, I didn't say that I was going to a bank to go and work. I didn't say I was going to an oil company to go and work. I wasn't disturbing myself writing tests about banking industries and all of that. I just had one thing. I wanted to be able to blend technology and education, really, because, you know, I felt like I could be very good at this thing because fortunately for me, I had mentors who I could talk to. So even from the time I was doing my internship, when I was in part 4 in school, it was quite clear for me. So I was passionate about education, and I felt like using technology and blending it with um, education was really, really straightforward. It was going to be a nice thing. And the last thing, I didn't just waste my time. For some of us, for example, you know how to play football. You're passionate about it. You can be very good at it. But you've looked at yourself. You look at your age. You are very old. You know that even if you want to travel to Europe, you cannot make money out of it again. And you're still disturbing yourself. No, you should stop. You will definitely stop. That's why some people, they have these dreams, they stop it because of the fact that they are not going to make money out of it. So what I'm saying is that after I was able to see that I could be very good at this thing, I'm passionate about it. The last question I had to ask myself was, will he be able to drive my economic engine? Economic engine in the sense that will I be able to make money out of it? And it was straightforward. As a young guy then, I was just 18, 19. It was quite straightforward for me. I could really make some funds out of teaching, out of blending technology and education, developing content, you know? So it was straightforward. So I was able to tick all of these 3 boxes. And I can tell you that today, whenever I wake up, when I'm going to work and all of that, sometimes I look at some of my peers that we did computer science together. Really, maybe some of them went on to even become founders of maybe building product, became great engineers, software engineers. But there's something about me whenever I wake up and I'm thinking of work, I am always happy. I'm not talking about even office. Thinking of my work, I am always happy. I'm in the tech sector. I'm a product manager. I've been able to build a lot of product in the last 11 years. But there's one thing, it's not just about making some changes from it. It's not just about going to work. It's about that thing that makes me happy. So I'm able to tick all the 3 boxes. So the concept is not just a goal to be the best, or a strategy to be the best, or an intention to be the best, or a plan to be the best. It is an understanding. You need to understand yourself. Oh, this is what I can be best at. If you feel like you like analyzing data, for example, obviously, maybe you could really be some guy going into data science, data scientist. If you feel like you just like servers, you like about servers, infrastructure, you know, that's a very straight one for you. And these are profitable things, and you can be best at it. It's just not like, oh, you need to know that you can be best at it. If you know that, oh, you just like the look of and feel of website. When you see a website, you are very, very always happy about it, and you just want to go into this, then that's the way for you. Don't now say that because you know one Ifani or one Kola or one Nasiru doing backend development, that's why you want to go there. So for you to apply the agile concept, these are the things you should ask yourself. Where do your passions lie? What are your skills? You need to know your skills personally. Everyone knows his or her own skill. Now, the third question is, do these activities related to your passion and skills allow for a sustainable income? It's not just about having skills or doing something. You need to also know if these skills and passion for you, are you going to make money out of it? Now, the last question is, can you now link all of them together? Is there an overlap between them? If you are able to answer all of these questions, then you're good to go in any field you find yourself, be it ICT, be it any profession later on. So you need to also start dreaming. Once you have these 3 lists, see where they meet. You might feel like there's no spot where all of these 3 align. Sometimes we become skeptical, but really, beyond all of these things I've said, you need to be able to dream big, because if you really, really want to be a hedgehog, if you want to be the best at what you do, you need to have that dream. Imagine, look at Elon Musk, for example. The guy was a South African. He's a South African. But look at how he was able to, PayPal, for example. The guy was able to think about things that normal people will not think about. Look at the way he's thinking of electric cars. And he's a billionaire for thinking about things like that. You will see that Elon Musk is passionate about those stuffs and he's making money out of it. So really, you need to dream big. That is the power of the agile concept. That is the power of what you would really derive when you go into ICT, if you're able to dream big. So final words, once you're able to find your edge job, you're able to find where you fit into ICT, you do not have to relent, because the key to sustainable success is consistency and hard work. It's not just that, oh, after finding all of these 3 things where they meet, you know your passion, you know the skills you have, and you know you can make money out of it. You now feel like, you've arrived. You're not sitting, relenting. No. You're going to fail. So the key to continuous success is what? Is consistency and hard work. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate the presentation. Thank you once again. And If you have any question to the speaker, you can drop it to the chat box. The speakers will look into it one after the other. So if you have question, just drop it on the chat box. We are now moving to our next speaker, Onoha Oscar. Sir, are you ready?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, that's good. Good afternoon. All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mr. Onoha Oscar, and it is my pleasure to be here. I see this incredible special appreciation to the organizers of this event because one of the things I've learned in the ICT field is community is very, very important and continuous learning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but not that much clearly. You're breaking, sir. Hello, sir.
So, one thing that
Mr. Kolade, please help us stop sharing your screen. We are still seeing your screen, sir.
Hello. Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Are you sure you're still seeing my screen? I thought I stopped sharing my screen. Can anyone else confirm if they are seeing my screen?
You stop sharing your screen.
You can see your screen.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Onya Oscar, you can continue, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Thank you. So, as I was saying, a special appreciation to the organizers of this event. What I've learned in this field of ICT is that community collaboration and continuous learning is very, very important. Nobody knows it all. The field keeps changing, it keeps evolving. So from time to time, it's very, very paramount that one keeps affirming themselves what they know best and other emerging fields. All right, so as a matter of introduction, when you introduced me, I observed some mix-up, and the previous speaker also pointed it out, Mr. Kolade, if I get the name right. Sorry if I did not. Hello, can you still hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right, so as a matter of introduction, my name is Sonoha Oscar. I'm a software developer and also an entrepreneur. I did computer science in the university, and I am focused more on team building and software product management. Not surprising enough, the previous speaker and I have some similar, similar timeline in the career. I mean, in the field. All right, so I'm very about great software and the people that build it, because one thing I believe is that people move things. There's this popular saying that goes that customer is king, but one thing I believe is that it's actually the people in the company that actually they are the king, because if your employees are not happy, they can't make your customers happy. If your team members, they are not your customers happy. So I are doing the work that they are the main driving force towards the success or failure of any endeavor. So in addition to my experience in software development, I have taught ICT over a decade in some institutions like APTEC, NIT, even online with foreign schools and local schools where I am in Nigeria here. Okay, so that about me. Let me go into the for today. I'm sorry, I will be speaking more articulate. Even without the slide. Hello? 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 Can I hear anyone?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, I got your message. So I would go into my presentation. The topic says
Sir, if you can hear us, you are breaking.
that are needed in the in assessment. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right. In business today, I have started that page. Did you copy? Hello. Hello. Hello.
No, we can hear you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but you're breaking a lot.
Oh, that's surprising. But can I go on please? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir, your network I think is bad because you are breaking too much. We can't even hear a single word of what you are saying, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it now? Can I go on? Is it better?
Sir, you are still breaking.
Well, it's not. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Can you hear? Okay. Okay. So I connect. Do I go? Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So I would go straight immediately now. So my
Okay.
presentation has formally started. Now, as I was saying, as an IT person and as well as having run my company for some years, it will be my pleasure to talk about some tech skills that are needed in today's business ecosystem. One thing I've observed is that today's business ecosystem is very dynamic. It is not as it is 10 years ago, 20 years back, 3 decades ago, and all that. Things keep changing. There keeps being introduced some innovations that
Hello, sir. You are still breaking.
as a business that wants to launch and communicate, analyze, share, plan, and organize yourself online. Now, it you can find
Hello, sir. We can't hear you. Sir, can you hear me? If you can hear me, sir, you can log out and log in back again.
but it's if as a
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that. Lisa, maybe you should log out and log in back, Mr. Oscar. Your network is really breaking. Please log out and log in back. So we will be waiting for you.
Hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
We can hear you now, but your network is breaking. We can hardly pick up anything you are saying. So maybe you should log out and log in back. We'll be waiting for you. So in the meantime, anybody with questions can ask the four speakers about any question you have. Miriam, you can read the question that is in the chat box out.
okay, sir. I think we have only one question here saying that I just need more clarification on what a product manager does. It seems the work of a product manager is the same as an IT project manager, or I am missing something. That is the question.
Yeah, hello. So I would like to respond to that.
Okay.
There's really it depends on how you look at this, really. But contextually speaking, looking at it from the old product manager and project manager, really, there's a lot of difference in it. When you're talking about an IT project manager, what he or she is basically in charge of is to ensure that a project is able to start and get to its finished stage, maintaining budget for that project. So, for example, if you've been asked to really construct, say, for example, you're supposed to build a software and you are the project manager, what you're supposed to be doing in that case is you need to look at all the components that the software is going to have, the kind of resources you're going to have on the software, the people who are going to work on it, the time it's going to take, the money you need to get the software to be done. So as soon as you do your normal testing, beta testing, and you launch the software, that is the end of the work of a project manager. So project manager is really time-based. All you need to do really is just to set things up and get it done when it comes to IT. Now, looking at the product manager, a product manager does some of the work of a project manager and much more. For example, instead of, if it was the case of a software, instead of a product manager to stop at the launch phase of the product, no, it's going to be responsible for the success of that product in the market. So you don't just stop at, oh, when the engineers are done building the software and all of that. You need to now start working with customers, knowing what they actually want. So maybe if what you actually launched for them is not what they wanted, you need to go back to your engineers, you need to go back to your company and say, that, oh, these are the things that needs to be done. So it's really, when it comes to product management or product manager, is really, really into the life cycle of the product from the beginning to the end of the product. So if, for example, you are the product manager for Google, till thy kingdom come, you need to be ensuring that Google as a search platform is successful. That's the work of a product manager. But for a project manager, his work is basically done when the project is launched. So I don't know if I was able to answer this question, Usman.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope that was.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for answering this question. I think our second speaker is back, so sir, you can carry on. Hello. We are so sorry for this network issue. I think he logged out to relog in again. So we wait for a while. Thank you once again. Thank you for coming to the ICT Career Talk. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Okay. Amen. You can ask your
Hello,
question.
Miriam.
Yes, I can hear you.
I have a question for Mr. Kolade.
Okay, you can ask.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for the lecture so far. Okay, my question is, I'm currently an IT project admin, aiming to be an IT project manager. So I currently want to take a course on becoming a Scrum Master. I want to know if it's the right direction for me or it's just me being a fox, not me being a hedgehog. So I want to know if it's the right path for me as a project manager, taking a course or writing an exam to become a Scrum Master. Thanks so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. That was a wonderful one. So really, when you're talking about edge of concept, even in the ICT sector, if you remember, I mentioned a couple of things. Even aside the story, I talked about the ticking the boxes, ensuring that you're able to tick the boxes. So the way I see it, as you said, you're working as an IT administrator, and you're looking at becoming a Scrum Master. And if you look at um, the skills of a Scrum Master in this world we have today, it's really, really, it's very important, especially if you want to go into project management. You know, and these are some of the skills that you'll be asked for if you want to get a job outside Nigeria or even in the Nigerian tech space. So it's really a good one. So what you should ask yourself really now is that in terms of passion, do you like administering projects? Do you like using tools to coordinate project, for example, and all of that? And if you go and do this thing, are you going to be very good at it and all of that? And the last question is, can you even make some money out of it? And from the way I look at it, I'm just imagining that your answer to that would be a yes. So really, I wouldn't see that as you being a fox. You are not focused. It's just you trying to advance your career. So, for example, maybe you don't just have to stay as an admin, what's it called, as an IT administrator for a while. You need to now advance your career and move through that ladder and acquire skills. But really, if you were telling me, for example, now that, oh, you're an IT administrator and you want to take a professional course on ICANN, or you want to take a professional course on NNPC, you want to work in an oil company or on the sea, for example, I'll feel like, oh, maybe you don't have a direction in that currently. But from what you just explained, that's a perfect direction. That is just you moving up the career ladder. I didn't start as a product manager. I started as an e-learning executive. I was doing things in education and technology. I was building content. I worked with, I was writing front-end code for, what's it called? For a native application back in the days. I worked as a value-added service officer, linking telecommunication services to educational services. I moved on to become a project coordinator. I became a project manager. I became a product manager. So you can see, I was having different roles, but basically, I was still in that sector. I wasn't moving from, oh, this sector to another sector. That I was just focused. So, but if I was moving here and there, maybe that would have been a challenge. Maybe I won't be finding my footing. Because the good thing right now, because of the fact that I've been in that sector, fine, I might not get job opportunities or even people giving me some contract in other sectors, but those people that value the sector I am, because it's a lucrative one, they are looking at my experience that I've been in this line and they are actually able to give me some things, call me for some things. You understand what I'm saying? But if you are not in line in one line and you're jumping from one place to another, that is when you have a challenge. So to answer your question, I think if you go in that line, develop your skills in Scrum, not just the certification alone, practice, understand what project managers do and all of that. I think you're perfectly suited to achieve a sustainable career in ICT. So that's a good one. I hope I was able to answer the question.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for answering the question. I think our second speaker is back. So, sir, you can carry on.
Hello. Can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me now?
We can hear you.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for your understanding. I mean, the network has been crazy. Although this is not the first time. I do have an updated Zoom app, but I do observe this glitch whenever I'm using Zoom. I don't know. I mean, I do whenever I'm on conference call with Google Meet, it goes very well. Like it goes very seamless. But on Zoom, I can hear the people I'm with, but they can barely hear me. So I don't know. I don't know why, but I can continue now. So as I was saying, for someone to successfully launch a business and as well as grow it in today's ecosystem, you need some range of technical skills. Now, by these technical skills, it doesn't mean you should go and do software engineering in school or go and bag some diploma in all these high-tech fields. The good thing is that these tech skills, they are relatively simple to learn, yet incredibly valuable for managing the day-to-day task of running a small business. Yes, they're very simple. You can get started in them. I mean, they're actually pretty straightforward. Now, but that they're very simple to learn doesn't mean that they are not valuable. They are very, very valuable for your business. When you master them, you will save yourself time, reduce your reliance on outside help, and as well create opportunities that will generate more customers and sales for your business. So these are the skills. First one is spreadsheet. Now, why spreadsheet applications, they are not new? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. So why spreadsheet applications, they are not new, they remain very vital for organizing and reviewing your data. I use them in my business. I mean, you use them for budgets, you use them for financial analysis, you can use it to track sales, you can use it for scheduling, even in project management. I will get to project management. They are very, very helpful. And there are very popular applications that can help you in this spreadsheet, that can help you in spreadsheets. One is Microsoft Excel. Excel is very popular. Yeah, it's very, very popular, most widely used. But the thing there is, there is more to Excel than rows and columns. With Excel, you can use it for scheduling and tracking of your sales, to creating invoice, receipts, labels, and even timesheets. All right, some examples I've already mentioned the Excel, and another one that I so much love is Google Sheets. That's the spreadsheets application provided by Google. One reason why I like Google Sheets is it has these collaboration features whereby multiple persons can work on the same document at the same time. All right, because the business that I run, Lost Intake, is a remote company. In fact, many of the people I work with, I have not seen them before. I don't even know where they are from or something like that. I mean, we communicate on the internet, and they prove that they can provide value to my business, and I bring them on board. Okay, so whenever like the spreadsheets, we use your features. I only need to add, you can do as you are doing your work, I'm seeing it. As I'm seeing what you're doing, see the contribution of each a very powerful tool, and is one beautiful using Google Sheet is it's integrated with this application Grammarly. Grammarly is for your the typographical errors, your syntax and everything real time. So Google Sheet is integrated with this very wonderful tool. So as you're preparing your budget, you're preparing your analysis on Google Sheets, you can spot out errors as you are typing, as you are working on it. So I highly recommend spreadsheets. That's Google Sheet for your spreadsheets. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. So the second skill that every business person should have, Google Analytics. Yes, Google Analytics. Now, Google Analytics is for websites. Of course, you can't do business in today's world without having a website. Everything runs through the internet. You need to have a website. The website is like it's like an address for your business on the internet. The internet is like a virtual world where everybody is living in. And if you don't have an address, you can't be found. I will get to the website. So on the Google Analytics, you have invested your time and money in a website, in your content, in your marketing. Naturally, you want to the results, because there is this saying that says for small. So far, you have a website and you are concerned about search engine because Google owns,
So if you can hear me, you are breaking.
engine.
You are breaking, sir. Hello.
You should invest in your time learning about.
Hello. If you can hear me, I think his network set him out, so maybe he will rejoin immediately. Thank you very much for joining this place ICT Career Talk. Thank you.
Let us also be time conscious. If he's not able to join again, okay, I think he's back.
Yes, he's back.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Your network keeps dropping. And last part you said, we hardly get what you were saying.
All right. So I was talking on Google Analytics. Why do you need Google Analytics for your business? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. So it's Google Analytics as a tool. It is a free tool offered by Google. You need to check the number of websites visitors you are getting. Dig deeper into who these people are. What are they looking at on your site? How long are they spending on your site? Where are they from? Their demographics and all that. So you'll be able to see how your visitors actually got to your site. Are they coming from your Facebook page or your Instagram ad? Or they are coming from a generic search, or landing direct to your to your website. So these things are very, very valuable business. I mean, what works, what doesn't, and what you should be doing to increase website traffic. All right, so I would highly recommend Google Analytics. Investing your time to learn about free certification courses actually for you to pick up this skill, and in a matter of hours you'll be on your way to becoming a well-grounded analytics in Google. All right, can you hear me? Do I go on?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So the third, the second skill, I have talked about spreadsheets and Google Analytics. The third one is project management. Of course, as a small business owner, you are always multitasking all the time. It is, that you're looking at your legal, you're looking at the accounting, your HR, there are a whole lot of moving parts, all requiring your attention. And one of the skills that actually helped me to keep my head above the water is prioritization and project management. If you don't place priority on task, you would keep on doing things that will have no serious effect, no serious impact on your bottom line. So with project management skill, you organize the various projects you are working on so that you do not forget, you don't forget attending to something very crucial. All right. Now there are some tools that you use to do this. Personally, in my company, we use Trello. Trello is quite good. They have some freemium version which we are still making use of, and you can upgrade based on your need as your business grows up. And the tools, they are very, very online. You can use it for task management. If you have your team, everyone comes on the board, you create your task and assign different tasks, assign priority levels to each one, and your team can know what to work on and what to be worked on tomorrow. That's a third skill that every business person should have. The next one would be search engine optimization. Now, also known as search engine optimization, is a different language on its own. It's an entire world on its own. In fact, we have SEO experts, and under SEO there are different subcategories in it. It's an entire call it an industry. But as a business person, you still have to understand how things work. You still have to take your time to familiarize yourself with some of the terminologies in this area, such as backlinks, search algorithm, page rank, anchor text, meta tags, and keyword density. And much more. Google also offers some free search engine optimization courses. They have these on Google for Africa or something. You go in there, you pick up search engine courses, and in a matter of few hours, you get some valuable skills that would dramatically improve the success of your website on the internet. Okay. Going further, the fifth skill is a basic coding knowledge. As a business person, you don't need to be a code ninja. You don't need to, it's not so important you code out the next Web3 application or something, but you need to have the basic understanding of how the internet works, what is HTML, how do you style a website, of course, your IT team, your IT guys, they should be very proficient in coding. However, it is helpful for you to understand the basic at the very least, so that you can understand what is possible and what is not possible in your field. From my own experience, I have seen some clients, because I run a house whereby people approve use some apps for them, and someone would come and tell us, okay, I need an app that can do this, that can do that, and they don't like it will just become just that they don't even like, they don't fully understand what is possible in tech. Maybe they see science fiction movies and they think of things are real. Then I would have to make them understand that something like this is possible, something like this is not possible. This is how to approach it. Then if you take the effort to understand of this, it will really do you great benefits, so that when you're communicating with your team of software developers, your team of IT guys, you speak their own language. When you're in a meeting, you understand exactly what they're saying, you feel their pulse, all right? So, in addition to basic knowledge, you can also look up a WordPress. WordPress is very straightforward, it's very simple. There are countless templates that customize. It creates an incredible looking website at the token. And WordPress is also used for blogging. You can learn WordPress means you can venture into content writing, talking about the business, with your learning, your experience, and all that. So it's very useful for a business person to take their time to some coding website enhancements. Okay. And the sixth conferencing, like what we are doing here, know you how to conduct online conference, because right now most of office activities have gone on the internet, right? So using digital conferencing, you can hold training sessions for your employees, you can teach your employees, you can onboard your new hires, right? Digital conferencing tools also enables you to not only onboard your staff, you can also onboard your customers. Yes, if you have a product and someone signs up on the website, you have to show the person how the product works. Hello, can you?
Yes, we can hear you.
So with these digital conferencing tools, like as we are doing right now, you can use it for your seminar, for your talk. Talk to your investors, because most times as a business person, your investor may not even be in the same
So you are
you are in
breaking.
Ghana.
Okay. We can't hear you, sir. Hello. I think his network stepped him out from the meeting.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, but you are breaking, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. Skill is left, then we call it a wrap. The next skill is word processing skill, using Microsoft Word. I know whenever I mention Microsoft, for some people, there are more powerful things you can do in there. Hello?
Yes, sir. You can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. So word processing skills, they are expected in the workplace. As a business person, you can't run away from it. You can't run away from preparing documents. They are used for effective communication. All right. Being able to use these programs such as Microsoft Word or Google Docs is very essential. Creating neat and organized documents. So, neat and organized documents, right? Now, on this tool, I would recommend Google Docs. I'm talking from my own experience. Google Docs is a twin to Google Sheets. It has tons of benefit. It is free. You can collaborate. You can, save your file up there, and whichever device that has access to that Gmail account can always access it. And that is actually how I work. I don't travel around with my device. With my laptop. I only have my phone. Whatever someone needs, whether a proposal or an application or anything, it is stored up there. I can always have access to it. So it's very, very paramount. It's very, very paramount to have this word processing skill in your arsenal as a business, as a business owner. Then finally, we have social media. Social media, of course, majority of people on this planet, they're on social media, both teenagers, working class, adults, even the old guys that have retired, they are all asking their children to create Facebook and WhatsApp accounts for them, right? So it is not just enough to have an account on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or Twitter and all that. You also need to know how to use this platform as an effective communication tool. Now, as a business person, when you're able to leverage this technology to engage with your clients, with your prospects, your vendors, even your team members, it will put you ahead. Yes, it will put you ahead. Now, like personally, my WhatsApp, I use WhatsApp Business. Majorly, I have two WhatsApp, the business and the other one. So I use WhatsApp Business, and it's for WhatsApp. There are a whole lot of automation tools you can use in there, to attend to your customers. Like, let me talk a little on the WhatsApp Business. It has this catalog whereby you can list your products, you can list your services, drop some pictures. Someone can actually look at your profile and, start communicating with you there. Same thing with you can integrate chatbots in your Facebook Messenger and even still integrate it with your website so that someone can come on your website and chat you up. As the person is chatting you up, you are seeing it on your Facebook Messenger, right? So there are some crazy things you can, crazy yet very, very helpful implementations that you can do using social media to boost your business, And one of the things in social media is that as a business person, you have to tend towards automation. You don't just have to be online. You can't just be monitoring everything. You can't just be on Twitter looking at your page 247. You can't be on LinkedIn looking at your page. You can't be on Instagram. You have to find ways to automate some things that need your presence. As I mentioned the chat bots on Facebook Messenger, it is very, very helpful to me. Sometimes, whenever I go back to my Facebook page, I will see that my chatbot, someone have already dropped some couple of messages, and the chatbot have already, conversed with the person, just kind of nurtured the lead for me before I could come in and grab the phone number and put a call across to the person as a human. So then on still on the social media, using hashtags, tagging some accounts and all that is very, very helpful as a business person. Then I'll be rounding up. There are still more tools that a business person needs. We're talking of database, like using Google Forms, events, or for maybe analysis or research. You share the form, they fill in the form and the questionnaire, and you get the answer and run some analysis. To a customer relationship, HubSpot. I use HubSpot in my business. It's very easy. It's a very simple powerful tool with tons of free. There are more that a business person that wants to succeed should look at, putting in their arsenal. But these are the ones that I know if as a business person, you are able to master them, you will reduce your reliance on outside help, how much you call on other people to come in, maybe hire freelancers or contractors to work in your business. You can do all these things by yourself. You can save time and become much more productive at your course. So that would be it. Thank you so much for your audience. And once again, it is my appreciation to the organizers for such a wonderful platform to share my learnings. Thank you so much. And if there are any questions, you can drop it in the chat box or ask it, orally. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, for your presentation. And if anyone has question for the second speaker, you can drop it on the chat box. So you will now look at it later on. We'll now be having a little presentation from Tolu at Bincom Dev Center. Tolu, are you ready for the presentation?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, sir.
Thanks. Good afternoon to everyone here today. My name is Bamshile Tolokwe, and I'm a project manager at Bincom Dev Center. And I am here to tell you more about our services that we offer at Bincom Dev Center. Then at Bincom Dev Center is a multi-locational technological talent development and solution platform. And our locations are virtually near you: Yaba, Lagos, Ibadan, Oyo State, Kano, State, Kaduna State, Ijebu-Igbo, Ogun State, Warri Delta, and we are planning to move to everywhere around to more locations near you. And some of our things that we offer are Bincom Academy, Bincom Tech Internship, Bincom Tech Apprenticeship, Bincom Community Events and Project, Light Spaces. So at the Bincom, under Bincom Academy, what we do there is, then we have Bincom Tech program that we do also. We have our Emigrate platform, Last by Bincom also. Then let us go into some of these programs that we do so you understand what we do there. So for the Bincom Academy, sorry. Sorry about this.
All right.
I want to go back. That's what I'm saying. Okay, at our Bincom Academy is an intensive training program facilitated by Bincom, every Bincom Dev Center. Each technological application development class is a typical 4 weeks of intensive training, where during this period, we shall take the participant through our training curriculum for that knowledge track in a Montessori type. And we have Python classes, the mobile app development class, the PHP class, the foundation classes, the graphics design class, project management class, the IT system engineer class, the digital marketing class, basic computer literacy, web design using WordPress, and also advanced front-end development. And the fee for this class is 50,000 naira only. Then the list of full classes are available at bincom.net. The notes, classes fee are 50,000 naira, as I've said. Then also, we have our light spaces that we offer, where we provide space. Light spaces provide helpful workspace intended to encourage collaboration and drive innovation in the startup ecosystem. We have spaces that is created and designed for various events like seminar, conferences, and get together. Then our event space of some sort includes that takes 30 to 40 people at once, meeting, guest room, and overnight stay, co-working space, dedicated office spaces, and our locations include virtually near you, Yaba, Lagos, Ibadan, Oyo State, Kano, Kano State, Kaduna, Kaduna State, Ijebu, Igbo, Ogun State, Warri, Delta State. Find complete list of our location at Bincom. Community events, the same as what we are doing today, which is general giving back to the community and building the technological ecosystem. They focus on informing and exposing the youth to the current technology and trends and how to prepare for the future in technology. Bincom community event is divided into 5. We have the master class, the digital financial services master class, Bincom startup school, the technological enhanced learning series, which we also call the EdTech. And also we have meetups, the WordPress meetup, the PHP meetup, the data science meetup, the Python meetup, the AWS meetup, Angular meetup, Laravel meetup. So if you have anybody interested in all those things, you can invite them to join also. And also we have our idea sharing, which is Bincom ICT Career Talk and Career Drill. What we have today is a idea sharing meeting, which is Bincom ICT Career Talk, and explore on the move. That's our tech talk. And also we have the challenge and brainstorm hackathon, also hackathon. Then some of our initiatives include Bincom Tech Network. Bincom Academy uses the Bincom Tech Network Slack for collaboration purpose, interaction with facilitator and other participants of Bincom Academy class will happen on the channel in Bincom Tech Network. Bincom Tech Club, it creates an ecosystem that enables tech entities who has little or no knowledge on tech to learn and rub minds with tech experts, leveraging on the tech community to front end the possibility of individual/club member to become tech experts themselves. Then the meetups we have the PHP meetup, Cloud Hosting meetup, formerly AWS meetup, the Angular meetup, the digital marketing meetup, data science meetup, Laravel/E meetup, DevOps meetup. Then we have our master class, that's Bincom Startup School, Social Impact Digital Financial Service Master Class, the technological and learning EdTech series. Then we have the idea sharing, that's become ICT Career Talk, the Emigrate Open Day. So also we have the Bincom Global Tech Program that we offer at Bincom Dev Center, which also the Bincom Global Tech Program is a solution to launch tech career globally, where you will get the opportunity to learn new skills, individual are customized learning paths, mentor and facilitators at every skill level, co-working space and internet access. And also while you learn new skill, you gain new experiences, work on real life projects as you go, internship and tech apprenticeship. Build your resume with clients at every level. And after that, you will gain exposure, which international career packaging and placement, guided access to international tech ecosystem, work with global startups and corporate. And also, we also have the initiative called Learn Tech Now, Pay Later. The Bincom Global Tech provide programs we cover 1 to 2 years, which will cost you 1.2 million naira fee. But you can but it can be paid later instrumentally through the income sharing agreement. That's for our Bincom Global Tech program, which if you are interested in, is a program that we offer at Bincom here. Then the Emigrate program, tech enabled visa opportunity for people in tech, either the technical side or the business side of tech. It gives opportunity to live and work in UK, US, Canada, and France. What can Emigrate's service cover? General inquiry, coaching and holding, preliminary assessment of your qualification status for self-directed roadmap to qualifying for a tech-enabled visa, roadmap to a globally attractive tech profile. Example, global talent visa, review of your UK global talent application and endorsement review process. So that's what our Emigrate provide. Then also the Emigrate tech-enabled visa pathway. We have the free one and we have the premium one. The free one covers information and inspiration, Emigrate's community, the monthly open day, the introductory video, the Emigrate Open consultation, the technician, the ambassadorship office, 1 hour, and the premium covers the Emigrate Circle, the personalized consultation section, the standard package review and introduction, and the Emigrate's premium service, then customer service also. Then if you are interested, you can contact us at bincom.net/emigrate and blog.bincom.net/emigrate pricing. Emigrate Open Day, a special invitation to our next Emigrate Open Day. It typically holds 2 Wednesdays in a month. Video recording of the past edition are also available. Join the next course of our Labs by Bincom. You can build a startup from the scratch with your team. You can visit www.bincom.net/labs to know more about this. And NY you learn, N120,000 while you learn tech with us. The Bincom Dev Center Ambassadorship campaign is a campaign in partnership with Microsoft, bringing the ability for people to earn from the network and positive social influence. You can earn 10% from your Dev Center for any of its services you refer. For example, you earn 10% of the payments made by the prospective Bincom Global Tech Program participants referred to you, which is 120K. http://bit.ly/mycircle Bincom Dev Center refer for more information. Then for more information, you can contact us at bincomdevcenter@bincom.net or call the number on your screen, or you should visit our website at www.bincom.bincomdevcenter.com. Then for feedbacks or questions that you may have, you can contact us at those numbers. Thank you all for attending today's meeting and see you at the next one. Miriam, over to you. All right. Thank you all for joining today's program, and we will be hoping to see you at our next program. And thanks to the speakers for speaking. We learned a lot from you guys, and thank you for joining. To all of you that joined today, thank you all for being part of the program today. I hope we've been able to learn from everything we have done today. Thank you all for joining. And here we come to the end of the program for today. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah.